what's up guys, it's DJ. Welcome back to GoHam Gear. Today, we are going to be installing the CPU and the RAM into our motherboard that we prepared in part 2 of the PC build video series. If you haven't checked that out, check out part 1 as well. We'll do a whole playlist for you guys to be able to check this out. So, we are going to be including today the Core i7 10700K from Intel, and we're going to be using some RGB Vengeance memory from Corsair. This is actually a really cool set. This is the Vengeance RGB Pro SL, so they're slimmer, they're a little bit shorter. I didn't need that, but it was what was in stock, and it's going to perform exactly the same as the normal RAM. I'm happy with that. I'm sure you guys are as well. Plus, it'll light up and glow and it'll look really cool. That's all right with me because I'm going to be setting the PC up right here, so I'll be able to see the PC just like I can see you right now. Yeah! So let's do this. These are two of the most overestimated parts, I guess. The CPU, everybody's freaking out about CPU. Oh, I don't know how to do it. I don't know if I'm gonna do it right. All you gotta do, take your time, and just, there's like one thing that you need to know, one or two things. You'll be good to go. RAM is about as easy as it gets. We have 4 sticks that we're going to be installing. They are 4 8-gig sticks, giving us a total of 32 gigs of RAM. We have 4 slots. That's easy. If you only have 2, well, you're going to install those the farthest one away. So we'll show you exactly what we would do with 2 sticks. Then we'll put the other 2 in so you can see. So here we go. All right. First things first, we are going to install the CPU because the RAM could get in the way of us getting our hands in here. So we want to make sure that you guys are okay. CPU, pretty straightforward and standard. We want to go ahead and get this bad boy out of here. Again, I have prevented myself from unboxing anything without you guys. So we're going to find this. Just go ahead and cut the tape open like this. And pop it open. It's just a box. Just open the box. You'll be all right. What's in the box? Don't you worry about it. We do have some documentation in here as well, but we don't need that today. Let's see if we can get this thing out of here. I have not actually opened one of these boxes before. I've done the i9, which was very interesting and very easy to open as well, and a couple AMD CPUs, but nothing like this. This is just it's just a CPU in a plastic container, isn't it? This doesn't have any pins on it. Instead, this has, we'll say notches, got pads, and the pins are on the motherboard. That's why there's this plastic piece protecting it. So let's go and get this stuff out of the way, bring this back over, and get our CPU installed. So first things, we've got a latch right here. We got a lever. So we want to take our lever, we want to pull it out, and then the lever is just gonna come up, and it's gonna open this little slot right here. Now, just do that. There's a plastic piece, don't touch it. It will take care of itself for you. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to open this up, and we're looking for a triangle. We're gonna look for a triangle, and we have found our triangle. Let's see if we can get this to focus here. See a little bit of triangle. Now there's dots on these other sides, but that's where the triangle is. And we look down here, we have a triangle on our motherboard. So we're literally just going to take this out and put it in. Literally, that's it. Do take your time. Do not rush this part because you could bend a pin, you could mess something up, and you don't want to do that. These are quite heavy. As a matter of fact, these are very, very heavy, surprisingly. All right, if you drop this is like a $300 oops. We don't want any oopses. Just drop it. I'm gonna double check, move around, move it just a little bit. There's only one way for it to fall in there. It actually has some notches on the sides right here that prevent it from being anywhere else. So really, there's only one way to put this in and it actually be there. If you have to force it to go down, no. That's not gonna work right. AMD, yeah, maybe sometimes. And quite literally, just put the top back. That's it. Pull this down, and the black piece right here is gonna pop off. That's okay. Apply a little pressure, stabilize the motherboard. There we go. The black part has popped off. We'll gently take it off. Right here, save this. If you have to RMA this motherboard, you will want to put this back on there. I think there was another very popular YouTube channel at one point that did a bad job of that. I'm not a professional. but I'm going to show you how I'm building this computer. So our CPU is in. Don't worry if it looks a little crooked this way or that way. If it's in, good to go. So now what we want to do is we want to put kind of everything back the way we found it. This piece will go back in the motherboard box, which is under here. So I'm just going to set it to the side for now, but we will be putting it back in there. I'm going to more or less rebox the CPU, just like here. Put that back through there and put this back in here. That way, if I ever need to do anything with the CPU, I still have my original box and we're good. I always keep the original boxes for every piece of equipment that I have because you never know what's gonna happen. Here we go. It's in the box, but it's right there. Yeah! Next up is RAM. For the RAM, similar story here. Again, we have 4 8-gig sticks. This is going to be just fine for us. Sometimes you'll get 2 sticks, you'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna get 2 more. You wanna make sure your timings are correct, things like that. Linus Tech Tips just a really, really good video of that. I'll try to link that, but don't, just remind me. I'll point you guys in the right direction. But they just did a video on RAM, and it was a great video. So we are going to go ahead and get this done. Usually at the top of a RAM box is just fine. A little bit of tape, as always with anything. Depending on how many sticks you get in here, maybe a little bit heavier, maybe a little bit lighter, just depends, it's okay. And then we'll get this out. I'm gonna go ahead and set these on the table first before we pull that away. And here is our RAM. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Let's get these pulled aside. Each one of these sticks is made together. It's perfectly fitted together, and we are going to be fitting them in. So let's go ahead, we've got pins here. We're gonna pull these down. They're a little new, so just be careful when you're doing that. Make sure you don't actually hit another pin. You may be an RGB header and you bend it, you'd be okay. Maybe something is more important as a CPU cooler pin or something like that. Don't mess that up. So let's do one box first. Some guys will just do 1 stick of RAM. Some guys will do 2, 3, 4, go all the way up to 6, 8, maybe 16. I don't even know. We're open now. You can touch the bottom of this and it'd be okay. I don't, but you can. But you don't have to. I wouldn't, but you can if you want. So now we've got a notch in here, right? Little notch right there that shows you which side it's gonna go in. One side is longer, it's not 50-50. Sometimes the logo's on the outside, sometimes the logo towards the inside. That's okay. So our first stick is going to go in the first slot from the outside. There we go. Now this is another piece. Lightly press until it snaps. Keep it on your box. There we go, we got one. Both of them, not quite. Almost. Got it. Guys hear the snaps? So we've got the RAM in, it's good to go. Don't wiggle it, but if we did, it wouldn't go anywhere. So we did it in the farthest right slot. That's if you got 1. Check your motherboard, just in case, some are different. If you've got 2, generally it's gonna be skip 1 and put it in the next one. So like this. So we've skipped 1 here, we'll have another one there. Let's go ahead and put this in. Same thing, press down lightly, but a little bit of force. Here we go, we got 1 side, 2 sides, perfect. 1 box of RAM out of the way. Box number 2. So currently we have 16 gigs of RAM installed. This PC would run just fine. No issues at all, actually. We wouldn't have any problems. We could save this. Use this for another build if you want. Anytime that I can, I'll always get 4 sticks to match. That way, if I've got another build, and pull 2 out and put them in the other build if I need to, at least for the start timing. Now, I'm going to put 3 in. Going to put in here. 3 is a little bit more interesting. Some computers don't like to run 3. Some can, it'd be fine. I don't know much about running. There we go, got our snaps. I don't know much about running 3 sticks of RAM. I've ran 2 and I've run 4. I've never run 1 and I've never run 3. There we go, perfect. There we go. Same thing here. That's it. That is literally it, man. All you gotta do is put them in, wait till they go snap, snap, and you're done. How easy was that? It was pretty easy, right? I mean, lift the lever, sit it down, close the lever, put these in, just push them and they snap. Motherboard boxes are pretty strong, so I wouldn't want to put this anywhere else. Motherboards will bend and can bend. It's okay if they bend a little bit. Don't mess your board up, man. Just be careful. Just be careful. And be careful for some bad segues. That's going to be it for today. Hope you enjoyed this one. I hope it helped you understand that installing CPUs and installing RAM, it's not hard. It's just be careful. That's it. It can be said with a lot of things in life, can it? Hope this helped you. Hope it was informative, and hope you maybe even just enjoyed if you knew everything was going on. If you think I said something wrong, drop it in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Again, I'm just building this computer as someone who has built a couple computers. This is how I do it. It's totally fine. This is the second Intel build I've done. I did 2 Ryzen builds, and the last 2 have been Intel builds. We'll see who wins the market next year when we're definitely going to buy another computer to build it. But at least for today, that's it. Drop a like, get subscribed if you're not. Drop your questions, and we'll see you guys later. Peace.